Hello students, I am Mohammad Rizwan. Today we are going to learn the new topic statistics. Previously, we have studied data, classification and pictorial representation of data. Let us recall them now. Observe the following tables and answer the questions given below. The marks obtained by 30 students in a mathematics test out of 50 marks are given below. What is the maximum mark scored? Yes, it is 50. How many students scored above 40 marks? So, what is the answer? Yes, 3 students got above 40 marks. Find the minimum mark scored. Yes, 2 is the minimum mark. How many students scored between 21 and 23? Both inclusive. 5 students scored between 21 and 23. Find the difference between maximum and minimum scores. The maximum scored mark is 50 and the minimum scored mark is 2. The difference between the maximum and minimum scores is equal to maximum minus minimum, which is equal to 50 minus 2, which is equal to 48 marks. Data shows the children who are absent from a class during a particular week. Find the day with the minimum number of absentees. The minimum number of absentees is on Thursday. Mention the day with 10 absentees. On Tuesday, 10 children were absent from our class during a particular week. Which day of the week has no absentees? The answer is Wednesday. Wednesday, there are no absentees. Find the day on which the maximum number of children were absent. The maximum number of children were absent on Monday and Friday. After the completion of this lesson, you will be able to know learning outcomes, to understand data and its different kinds, to recall the collection and organization of discrete data. Keywords from this lesson: data, collection, information, values, average, organization, primary data and secondary data. First, we will see what is primary data. These are the data that are collected in person for the first time for a specific purpose. Here, Kamaraj has collected the students' math marks data in person. It is called primary data. Also, census in a village. Collection of colors which the students like in a class is some example of primary data. Secondary data. These are the data that are sourced from some places that have originally collected it. This kind of data has already been collected by some other persons. The statistical operation may have been performed on them already. Here, Geeta also collected the data, but she took it from a record which had already collected them. This is called secondary data. Also, the details of PATTA for land can be had from the registration office. Birth death details data can be got from the concerned office are some examples of secondary data. From these primary and secondary data, sometimes we can get any specific or required information directly, like how many students have got more than 50 marks. How many students got marks between 30 and 40? How many of them are with a height of 125 centimeter? If we need answers to these questions, we have to tabulate the data. Collection of data. We need to collect data having specific information in our minds. Suppose the specific information needed by us is to know the height of class 7 students. Then we should collect specific data related to their heights and ages rather than the data related to the health record of students. From the above discussion, we conclude that the purpose for which data is to be collected has to be kept in mind before starting the process of data collection. Then only we can get the desired information, which is appropriate to the purpose. Let us look into a few situations that are given below. Data can be generated in many situations around us. For example, the height of class 7 students, the performance of class 7 students in term 1 examinations, the number of trees planted in your locality. The highest temperatures were recorded in all the major cities of India during the year 2018. The least amount of rainfall was recorded in all the districts of Tamil Nadu during the year 2018. Organization of data. We first collect data, record it, and organize them. To understand this, consider an example which deals with the weights of 10 students of class 7. These are collected to know whether the weights of students are appropriate for their heights. The data is given below. Anbu 20 kg, Nambi 19 kg, Nantita 20 kg, Arul 24 kg, Mari 25 kg, Matu 22 kg, Pavitra 23 kg, Bhiman 26 kg, Arti 21 kg, Kumanan 25 kg. Let us try to answer the following questions. Who is the least weight of all? How many students weigh between 22 kg to 24 kg? Who is the heaviest of all? How many children are above 23 kg and how many are below 23 kg? The data mentioned above is not easy to understand. If the data is arranged according to the order of weights, it will be easy for answering the questions. Observe the following table. Now we can answer the above questions easily. Hence, it is essential to organize the data to obtain any kind of inferences from the data. The organization of data is helpful to understand quickly and get an overall view of data. It becomes easy to understand and interpret, which in turn also helps to take decisions accordingly. Representative values. We have come across situations where we use the term average in our day-to-day life. Consider the following statements. The average temperature at Hyderabad in the month of May is 40 degrees Celsius. The average mark in the mathematics unit test of class 7 is 74. Mala's average study time is 4 hours. Matan's average pocket money per week is ₹100. We come across many more statements of such kind in our daily life. Let us take the example, the average mark scored by class 7 students in maths test is 74. Does it mean that every student has scored 74? No, certainly not. Some students would have got more than 74 and some students would have got less than 74. Average is the value that represents the general performance of class 6 students in the maths test. Similarly, 40 degrees Celsius is the representative temperature of Hyderabad in the month of May, which does not mean that everyday temperature is 40 degrees Celsius in the month of May. Since the average lies between the highest and the lowest value of the given data, we say the average is a measure of central tendency of the group of data. Different forms of data need different forms of representative or central value to describe them. Points to remember. The data that is collected for the first time for a specific purpose is called primary data. The data are sourced from some places that have originally collected them, which is called secondary data. Data collection is a process of gathering information from all the relevant sources to find a solution to the research problem. Data organization is a process of organizing raw data by classifying them into different categories. Thank you for watching.